Well, Rob, yeah, nice to meet you first of all.
Nice to meet you as well.
One question, what was your last job outside of music, if you can remember?
My last job outside of music? It's really not too far outside of music because I worked at a music store.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did that for a long time as when I was younger.
Yeah, what was actually the first moment or period in your life that you started doing music for a living? Maybe aside of that job then?
For a living? I'd say right around 1998, 97, 98 is when I really started,
Was it an easy road towards becoming maybe, making a living from?
No, I mean, you got to, it's definitely not an easy road. I don't think anything is an easy road. If you want to do something that you really love, you got to kind of fight for it and stay on track and, keep your heart in it, basically.
Because now you work, you play in a band and also you have your role as a producer aside of the band. Because can you still listen to music without maybe having something professional in mind, or with just?
That's a good question. I mean, I tried to. There was a point in my life when, I was really busy producing, and we were kind of doing records around the clock, just from one to the next, and you kind of get in that. At least I do. I get in that producer mode, and it's sometimes hard to listen to music and for the fun of it. It's like the critical ears are always there. You know what I mean? But I think I got past that. At this point.
How?
Just I guess it's a good question actually. How?
Yeah. Was there maybe a way you found yourself maybe listening with other ears?
Yeah, I think it came with the more I did it, the more experience I got. The more records I worked on, it just kind of got to the point where I started seeing things a little differently, and I started seeing music a little differently. It just kind of changed my perspective a bit, as far as what I wanted to get from it and what I wanted to hear, and things that I liked, things I didn't like, and stuff like that. And for one thing, I find myself, lately listening to a really wide range of stuff. I very rarely, especially after coming home from tour and stuff, I don't really listen to that much metal when I'm home.
Can you maybe say something that is maybe far away from metal, but still maybe with your producer ears that found its way maybe on producing an Anthrax record? Maybe that fans wouldn't maybe instantly recognize, but for you?
I don't know. It's kind of like I like to keep myself inspired, and I think by listening to a lot of different styles of music and a lot of different artists, it keeps it fresh for me. When I'm working on an album, certain things will like certain ideas will pop into my head that maybe wouldn't have if I wasn't exposed to all this different stuff.
Do you exchange, maybe when you find something really interesting that touches you in a certain way, do you share it with your band members?
Yeah, everyone in Anthrax is kind of the same way. We all listen to a wide range of stuff, and I think that's a really good way to be, if you're a musician, because, like I said, it keeps you inspired. It keeps ideas coming. It keeps everything fresh.
With who do you match the most, taste-wise? Maybe outside of metal.
In the band, you mean?
Yeah.
I think Charlie and I have similar tastes in music. I mean, we all have similar tastes.
Okay.
But Charlie and I definitely, share a lot of the same. Opinions on things.
Yeah, one thing I've asked already also to other members from the big four bands I've interviewed, but I would like to ask you the same. If you have to place a bet on which of the big four bands would last the longest, which band would you pick? It's hypothetical, but still.
I don't know. I mean, how do you answer that?
You've toured with them for some months, I think.
I think all the bands involved in that whole thing are gonna keep going until they can't stand up anymore. Basically, that's why would they stop?
True.
Why would anyone stop?
But what do you think? Maybe then to look at more from a positive side. What is the? How do you would you say the fuel that maybe drives the energy in a band, especially in your band Anthrax? What makes it such strong? Do you think the will to continue and the passion maybe for music?
I think it's it's a combination of a million things. I think for one, it's in our blood. I mean, you have to be a certain type of person to do this and live this lifestyle and keep it going. And I think if you're that type of person, there's no reason or you don't want to stop. Like why would you stop?